What's good, people? This your boy DJ A-Ron alongside my brother as normal. This is the A Square Podcast, episode 169. I got it right, 169, one away from that 170 mark, man. We are moving and grooving, baby. Antonio, how you doing, man? What's good?
We getting close, man. Definitely. I'm good, man. I want to know how you doing first, man. What's up, bro?
Let me start out with some Uber tales, bro.
Uh-oh, there we go. I love it, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel too before you talk about it.
Please do. I'll start off with an Uber tale.
Okay.
So from time to time, I drive Uber, make a couple dollars. Those of you who should know by now, the regular listeners, they know. The new ones, just let you know what I do every now and then. And every 10th or 12th rider, I have something happens. Something happens. Okay. So this is the funny one. So the funny one is, dude comes out half dressed. I said, hey, you ain't got no shoes on. You know you ain't got no shoes on. Immediately I started thinking he doesn't keep his shoe by his feet.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't.
He said, oh, damn, you right. You right. It's 38 degrees outside.
Come on, dog.
He goes back in, come back out with some flip-flops. I said, all right. He gets in the car. He gets a phone call, and I'm hearing the girl on the call, and she's like, "You left the baby at home." I can see on the camera the baby is in the crib. She awake and she's standing up. He says, "Man, I swear to God, I got to do everything around this house." She said, I'm at work. You left the baby at home. I woke you up this morning and I told you I'm headed to work. You could take the baby to my mom's house if you have anything to do. It sounds logical, right? He said, man, you know I was asleep when you said that. She said, but you said, yeah. Turn around. The baby's at home. The baby's crying. He said, man, you know I give plasma. Every Friday I give plasma. You knew that. This is the only day I can give my plasma. She said, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
He has a legit point too, though, I guess. I hear you.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't. So we get to this. I'm thinking, like, should I, like, turn around? Like, I'm thinking he's going to reroute the ride. He said, hey, keep going. I said, that ain't it's not my business, bro. So I go to the spot. He's about to get out, and he says, hey, man, you think that baby will be straight in their crib, bro, for about 45 minutes, man? Usually kids cry themselves back to sleep. I said, I think it would be best if you went back home immediately because anything can happen. It's a baby. He was like, yeah, you probably right. I'm going to go in there and see if they can give me like a 20-minute plasma service. That way I can get back in like half hour or something. You know what I'm saying? I said, that's on you, dog. He got out. So I don't know what's up with the baby. I didn't see anything on the news. I'm assuming everything was all right. But this is the day, and this is what we living in, bro. So what you're saying is both people were valid. Is that what you're saying?
So she's right. Let's say 70%. I'm gonna give him 25%.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him 25%. Just because I'm a man. Just because I'm a man. Number one. Number two, if he constantly keeps this schedule, I mean, it ain't a surprise. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he got to make adjustments. But if
Antonio, he said I got to do everything around here.
It sounds like she wasn't supposed to go to work, because if she was supposed to go to work, she wouldn't have to tell him about the situation coming up, about the mom house, all this other stuff. That would have been implied.
You really look at things on both sides of the fence here. I told you the man didn't keep his shoe by his feet.
Oh, no. He's cooked up in that. He's cooked. He's guilty, but I'm not trying to give him life, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. Give him at least 3 to 5, bro. Give him a 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Give him a 3 to 5.
Is wild.
He'll be all right, man.
What's going on your way, man?
Well, while you over there keying with people who don't take care of their babies, a bird shadowed me this fucking week, bro.
Oh, shit. That's your first time? It's the first time for everything.
And it rain. You know, it's always rain in Atlanta. So you think when something drop on your head, it's a leaf or dirt.
Oh, you hit him head.
You hit him with one of these. You like, it must be raining. It was white. I said.
It got you on the head though.
I'm looking for that bird, low key.
Oh my God!
Right here, and it dropped on my hand too. I got something for them, bro.
That was on purpose. That bird did that on purpose, though.
So if that's any indication of how my week has been, it's been like that, bro. Hustle and bustle, man. But you know, we alive, man. We kicking. We on another episode, man. So we good, man. We good, DJ. There's a lot of stuff going on too, man. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, well, first thing I want to start out with is a round of applause. So let me cue that up if I can get a round of applause here, if that wants to even work. Anyways, round of applause to Martin Lawrence.
Okay.
And I want to give a round of applause to him because he finally got his Hollywood Walk of Fame. There you go.
There we go.
I guess they want to play with they want to play. You know.
No, I played it. Okay.
I
got you.
You got it. So yeah, definitely shout out to Martin Lawrence. Long overdue, in my opinion. I mean, this guy has been a staple not only in our culture, but in just shows, movies, stand-up comedy. I mean, literally, it's been everything, man. So I just wanted to say shout out to him. You know, I'm a huge comedy person, so definitely round of applause to him. I want to start out with that part.
That's a fact. Can I give a round of applause?
Absolutely.
Let me cue mine up.
Okay. I like it.
My round of applause goes to the man of the year.
Okay.
We only in April, bro. And he's already man of the year. I'm trying to think of like what can like if the aliens came and Will Smith killed them, they would tie with this guy on man of the year. That's how pivotal this guy is.
Okay.
So did you hear about the soccer player? Akraf?
No.
Hakimi?
No.
Oh, okay. Let me enlighten you. So to the listeners out there, this man is a professional soccer player. You know, soccer players get paid because, you know, that's like the number one sport in the world, right?
It really is, yeah.
He gets paid. He got a bad wife. She bad too.
He got a bad wife.
Bad wife. And that's a double entendre because she bad, but she bad. They're getting a divorce, DJ.
Uh-oh. I think I know this story. So
she says, he's a professional athlete, soccer. He's probably the star. I love my lavish life, so he got them ducats. I don't like how he looked at old girl when they played. I don't like that. I'm getting a divorce, bro. I'm out. You're like, what you mean? What's the problem? Yeah, I don't like how you looked at old girl, bro.
She don't like that.
I'm getting a divorce. We're going to court. They go to court, DJ, because I know the listeners are like, why is that man of the year? They go to court. Unbeknownst to her, my man has been a professional athlete for years. He gave all of his money and assets. He gets an allowance from his mom. His mom owns everything. So 100% of his check, he only receives 20% from his mom. His mom pays him 20%. She keeps the 80% for investments, houses, cars, everything is in her name. The wife didn't know that. So when she took him to court, the court say, this man is damn near living on the poverty line. Oh, everything that you disclosed? Because I know with her, she was talking filthy to her lawyers. How many cars you got? Oh, I got 2 cars. How much are they worth? They worth $100,000, blah, blah, blah. She gave everything because she like, that's minimum. My man is a millionaire, so $100,000 ain't nothing. He's getting half of her shit, DJ. Round of applause to my man.
D round of applause. D D round of applause.
I need him on the podcast ASAP, bro.
I'm gonna take it down. I'm gonna do away with your applause.
Talk to me why.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's another part to that story.
Okay, talk to me nice.
So apparently in that same story, there are several allegations against him for, I believe, it's some type of domestic abuse. Several cases. So he may have designed this play. This is a hell of a Bill Belichick play, bro. this is a hell of a Bill Belichick play.
It's nice. Right?
So if he goes down for any reason, when he gets out or whatever the case may be, he's still got all his money. Ain't nobody taking all the money because he's living on poverty line, like you said, right? So, like I said, hey, that's great that he's ran that play. That's a hell of a play. But hey, I hope the refs don't flags. Hey. 20. He up 27-3 right now.
Hey,
he up 27-3 in the Super Bowl.
If they cook him, just give him 3 to 5, bro. That's it, because everything else, he's living. I loved it. I love these little wins, bro. Because bro, the men get stroked a lot in divorces, bro. This little sneaky thing that he did.
Our 10 to their million. Hey, we'll take the 10, bro.
We'll take it. We'll take it, man. I'm happy for him, though. But we'll see. Like you said, we'll see how it play out. But I know she hot. He ain't getting nothing. She actually giving up whatever she disclosed. So I love it.
That's a fact.
Okay.
So since we talking man of the year and all this type of stuff, I guess we got to throw in Jonathan Majors, man. We haven't been able to talk about this. We haven't been able to talk about. Please excuse our how we're not mature on this podcast all the time, guys. Please forgive us for our immaturity, but let's talk about this guy for a minute, man. Jonathan Majors was accused of a domestic abuse situation. In case you're living under a rock and you don't know, this has happened last month. There was a lot of weird things happening with this case. He was the one that called the police from the Uber or driver, whoever he was the one that called the police. Police show up, and by law, wherever they are in California,
mandatory arrest.
It's a mandatory arrest.
Illinois used to have mandatory arrest.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
So, he had
what that means to the listeners is if the police show up, somebody's going to jail. Male, female, kid, dog, the baby that you're talking about, somebody got to go. Because over time, so it's like, the law always goes extreme the opposite way, right? So what used to happen is police show up to a domestic situation. Everybody's calmed down now, or it's not calm, but they're going to put on a front for the police. That's right. The police leave thinking it's okay, and then somebody dies that night.
Or so now their car drive right down the road, and they calling again.
Right. So now the police are looked at as the bad guy. Like, hey, you were just there. Why didn't y'all do nothing? Well, we did. We investigated. Everybody seemed cool. They was actually about to stroke each other. Like, what you want us to do? They said, no. If it's really a domestic situation, remove somebody from it. Because now we're going to put it back on our hands because we're not going to be the bad guy. That's where you get mandatory arrest. I mean, yeah. So when the police show up, somebody got to go. There you go, DJ.
So despite the fact of him calling or whatever the case may be, he's got to go. Several days later, his lawyer releases some text messages. The first thing I want to start out by saying, bro, is that everybody needs to keep their shoes by their feet.
Okay.
These lawyers are 2023 lawyers are not lawyering, bro. They're not doing this right. They're taking their shoes off, leaving them by the door. They kick their feet up and they type on the computer. This was terrible to release these messages because the messages read, and you guys can do your own research and go look at them, but the messages read as if she was trying to defend him versus saying that it just didn't happen. It like she was like, I told them nothing happened. It's okay. I told them we're good, so on and so forth. It looks bad. Now, here's where his lawyers are going to now. They're going to the whole play of, well, she went out after that. She hung out. She didn't have any visible, markings, anything like that, so on and so forth. On the other hand, I'm looking at it like I get what the lawyers are doing, but why are y'all putting this to the people out here, though?
Yeah.
Lawyer this up and let's take it to court. Stop telling us, because what's happening is they're giving us this information, which is putting it in the state of public opinion. And that's where now you guilty. Now you are guilty, because everybody's going to look at the situation as, well, there goes another guy beating up on the girl, despite the fact of whatever his story is, it looks bad.
And the race angle too. The 100%. Race angle added to that as well.
100%. Now he's losing deals. Commercials is already cut.
Losing. I've heard when they promote Ant-Man and the Wasp, they don't even show him no more. He ain't even in the new trailers that they got to put out. Dirty, bro. And he was the main character. Kang? What? He was the main bull in that, boy.
Facts.
Come on, man.
But my point is that the money is gonna. You got to understand, people. These are entrepreneurs. These are not 9-to-5 workers. They work. This is entrepreneurship. So their next check is dependent on the next job. It ain't unlimited. I think that people out here think that just because you're a major actor, it's unlimited. If you ain't played in a movie in 15 years, only amount of money you're getting is the residuals that you have from anything else that you have had out. And who's to say that his money that he has coming in from these other movies are really breaking in that money? He's on the cusp.
In a fall from grace, man. My man was number 1, number 2 in the box office for like a week or 2 weeks straight with Creed 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp, bro. And lo and behold, that week it got ugly. But then didn't she say like she broke her hand or her finger or something? But then she was at the club later that night kicking it and like things, math ain't mathing, bro.
But now here we go again. You got 1, you got 2, and a possible coming out saying, yeah, he did that to me too. It's ugly, man. It's ugly. And again, like I don't agree with like his management company dropping him, separating all these people, separating from him. I don't necessarily agree with that. I hate that. But at the same time, I have to say that if they are separating themselves from him business-wise, to me, that indicates that either A, they know something that isn't out yet, or B, they just feel like he's not going to be able to, he's not worth the headache. Even though he's on the cusp of being the guy, the man, he's not worth the headache. Because they ain't just letting you go for nothing, bro. It's not. If they got to know something. So I don't know, man. I hate to see another person go down this road. But again, you got to, only thing I can say is just stay away from him, bro. Stay away from all women.
Stay away from all women, bro? Come on, dog.
You got to just get rid of them.
Come on, man. All women?
What are you going to do?
He said, whoa.
I don't know who can be trusted. When you're on the cusp, you can't meet somebody that's there. If you can't bring somebody with you from the past, the new breed, bro. The new breed.
That's tough. I mean, obviously we've never lived that life, so it's tough. I don't know how they can. I don't know, man. I ain't got no answers from them.
I hope he didn't do it, but we hope that didn't happen. Mm-hmm. But we just gotta let it play out, man.
Yeah,
we gotta let it play
out.
If not,
he can get packed up too.
I just don't want it to play out in the court of public opinion, and I think that's what these lawyers are making this happen. If that makes sense. So
I understand.
It's a lot.
It's a lot happening this week or happened. Let's talk about some TV series, man. Okay, so Snowfall reached its series finale. Did you get a chance to watch it, DJ?
I did not.
Okay.
I haven't watched an episode of Snowfall. So
hold on. What?
It's crazy out here, dog.
What?
It's wild. I'm gonna start tomorrow though. It's cool. Let's start tomorrow. I like to do it with the.
You got 6 seasons.
I like to do it with the curly hair, bro. With the activator.
He
be activated. He be activated.
Yeah. So, to listeners out there, like if y'all seen it or not, I'm obviously not gonna give nothing away, but make sure y'all check it out. Snowfall. It's on FX and it comes on Hulu. It just reached its series finale. And a lot of people are in the uproar how it ended. I would say I'm not mad because it was different. Right. I think normally when every time you get a series finale, everybody dead and it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Or they leave a lot of unanswered questions, and they're like, dang, man, they didn't, kind of like Ozark. To me, I love Ozark, but it's like, man, did it end? Like, it could still go on. It's like, come on, man. Right, correct. That's how I felt in Ozark. And this, I felt like it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying, with certain things. So, yeah, I'm about to say, if y'all let us know if y'all liked it or not, but it's out now. DJ, you definitely need to watch that, man. Come on, bro.
All right, I'm gonna start tomorrow.
Especially in LA. Come on, bro. You gotta.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get caught up, bro. It's hard. It's gangster shit. It's always been difficult for me to jump to start watching something that I didn't start watching when everybody else was watching. Like I started The Sopranos like 3 seasons in, but it wasn't 8 seasons in, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. So I was able to catch up relatively quick. But when stuff gets like too far out, I'll be like, I'm gonna get to it. I still ain't watched The Wire, bro.
All right.
But it is a big rich town, though. I watched all them.
All right, look.
I watched all
Next
them.
episode is just gonna be Cornbread talking to y'all, bro. I gotta divorce him. I'm divorced. I gotta divorce my man, bro.
Don't do it.
I got you gonna get 3 to 5 today, bro, because that's violation to the max what you're talking about.
It is, but I got 2 shows I'll talk to you about.
All right.
Number 1,
they better be better than The Wire, because I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Shout out to the show Beef. Okay,
I'm gonna watch that.
So if just to give you guys a little bit of information, all it is 2 Asian people that are basically 2 of the most pettiest people you will ever see in life, bro. They cannot stop one upping each other, and it's great. It's so great.
How many episodes?
I think I'm on like episode 3 or 4 right now.
So I thought it was a movie when I saw the trailer. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. And then I saw it was a series. I'm like, oh, I can't watch it right now then. I can't. I ain't got the time.
It's consistently one-upping each other, and it starts from road rage, bro. Good. And that's so important that it started at road rage, because it really let me know I need to chill out, bro.
No, road rage is real.
I need to chill out because I have an issue, Antonio, with people who drive Priuses. When they drive people that drive Prius, I don't like them. I don't like the car. I don't like the way they drive. I don't like when they switch lanes. I don't like nothing. If you drive a Prius, get far away from me. I hate it. But a couple days ago, I got cut off by a Prius, bro. And I started thinking about Beef.
Uh-oh.
I said, so you cut me off? It's cool. Get another lane. Sitting at the red light. I'm not going to look at him. I'm waiting on that light to turn green. As soon as that light turned green, I gassed it, bro. Left signal, cut him off. And then I slowed down, bro. I did it. So when I slowed down, man. I seen the Prius slow down. I said, yeah. Now, chill out. She got in the right lane. I said, oh, what you finna do? Pull up, start going fast. So I started going fast. We headed there. Light turned yellow. We both slammed on the brakes at the same time. We hit the red light. I'm not going to look. I said, don't look.
You better look. They got a gun pointed at you.
Something said, look. So I said, you remember what you just said, Antonio? About old boy wife? How she was bad, but she was bad?
Yeah, facts.
She was bad, bro. I said, you got it.
Oh, you let her slide.
I let her slide.
I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. I don't like this story no more.
I couldn't do. I wasn't gonna be able to win.
What you mean? Win, how not?
I could not cook her, bro.
No. Come on, man. Damn. What's beef on Netflix?
I think it's on Netflix. Yeah, I
believe it's on
Netflix.
Okay. What's the other show you was talking about?
So I want to talk to you about a documentary, and I want to ask you some questions, man.
Okay.
We know we've all heard about the Malaysian flight 370.
Facts.
It just went up and it disappeared. And
years ago. How was it? 10 years ago?
Years ago. I want to say we was like
about 10 years ago, bro. It's been a minute.
16.
It's been a minute,
14
man.
or 16. Either way.
Yeah,
it's been gone for a minute. And it was a very scary thing because, we fly all the time, bro. Like a flight to go missing is not here's another day story. This is not, please forgive me for saying this. We see mass shootings every day and we flip the channel. It's another mass shooting. We don't flip the channel and see a plane gone and then flip the channel and see another plane gone. Like we don't see that. So as I'm watching this Malaysian flight,
2014.
14, okay. It's a lot of conspiracies around it. The flight, I'm going to explain this to you guys because I don't want to drag it out. I want y'all to go check it out. When a flight takes off and is going to another country or wherever, what they do is they sign off wherever they're what do you call them? The tower. They sign off on that tower and get welcomed by the next tower. That's who's going to track you. So they said flight 370, good night, Malaysia, or whatever. Like it was like good night. Not after that, they had no communication. Zero. So after several hours, they're like, hey, like we've been trying to contact this flight for, every 5 minutes, 15 minutes. We've been trying to contact it. We can't see nothing. So they assumed after a certain amount of time, several days, that there's no way that the flight could just be in the air. It's going to run out of fuel. The crazy part about this is, and the reason why the people of Malaysia were so upset is because they kept getting information from the government that was different every day. It wasn't consistent. You say that the flight is flying over this ocean and you're searching for it in this ocean over here and you're seeing no wreckage and you're just staying there for a very long time. There's no black box. There's no nothing. It's just gone. Now, here's where it gets tricky, Antonio. Although these people weren't able to track the flight, there are satellites orbiting the Earth that communicates with flights. Every few seconds, they can, like the mechanicals communicate with one another. So they saw the plane start going one way, and when they signed off, the plane turned and went back across land, going the opposite way. So y'all have to have known that. The federal government knew it. They knew these things, and they consistently asked the president if the military knew, because it communicates with the satellites, right? If they knew that there was an unidentified flying object flying opposite, at 35,000 feet or whatnot, then why did the military never send a fighter jet up or anything to check and see what that is, number one? Or the most important thing is that the flight that's missing. Wouldn't that make sense? His excuse was, what? Send a fighter jet up for what? To shoot him down? That's all that he kept saying. To shoot. This is
Obama,
down.
Right?
Huh?
This is Obama, right?
No. This is the Malaysian president.
Oh, the Malaysian president. I thought you were talking about our president.
No, he's saying that. He is saying that, what was I supposed to do? Send a fighter jet up and have them, shoot it down? But the thing about it is that you got people who have loved ones who knew that the flight was missing for several hours. If you know that something is missing for several hours and the only communication that you have for anything is a satellite that's connected to the military, why would you not send that up there? That was very odd. So I went down a rabbit hole because, I paused it. I went down a rabbit hole trying to figure this stuff out. Apparently, there were about 8 scientists, 7 scientists on that plane.
Out of 239 people.
Yeah.
So out of 239.
There were 7 scientists on that flight that just signed a deal with a medical company to and I can't remember exactly what deal exactly it was that they had just signed, but there was one person that didn't make the flight. The conspiracy is once they announced that there's no way this flight can still be in the air, but we're going to continue to look for it. The deal was worth almost $1 trillion for whatever the medical stuff is that they had, done. Mm-hmm. The one guy that didn't get on the flight, Antonio, he got all the money. The day that they said that there's no way that this flight can still be in the air, he got all the money for whatever the deal is that they, had signed up for. Mm-hmm. So the people in Malaysia are upset because they believe that something had to do with, them. It's not, a plane just does not go missing. So to that, I just want to get your opinion on, do you think that the government knew something, or do you think that they should have sent the fighter jet up, or is that some type of protocol? Who makes that call? Because I just feel like you would think if a flight goes missing, fighter jets will be the first thing that you send up, right?
So I'll give you 2 opinions. I'll give you Antonio's opinion, and I'll give the American opinion of Antonio, right? So I agree with you, right? I think if you have people who are missing, first off, you need to see if they're okay. And you need to use all resources because, like I said, this is 230 people. This ain't just the 6 or 7 that you're talking about. This is a lot of people, maybe someone that you're related to, work with, or whatever, going to this country. I think it was too many checks and balances what delayed trying to get to that point of, all right, that flight no longer is there. Like, they're trying to make sure everything's okay. But why are you doing that? Waiting for somebody to call, waiting for an email, waiting for the press, all that time is ticking. Either people are dead, captured, we don't know. So I think they should have done something. Now, my American brain is saying, I can't judge them on their faults for not doing that. I would think in America, if we have school shootings every week, we would do something about gun violence. I would think if this is America and we have something, racist shit happening all the time, we would change laws. I would think in America, if we are trying to control people's body with abortions, we would do. So in my head, I'm like, that country messed up. They got to deal with it. I'm not going to judge them on how they handle that. Because over here, where I live at, there's a lot of stuff that we don't deal with. That's my opinion on that. Right. I think I care about life, and I think it's sad. Like you said, that was a big thing with us growing up. 2014, we like, bro, how a whole flight disappear, bro? And we're the generation of 9/11, so anything flight related is trauma for us.
Yes.
That in schools, we are Columbine and 9/11. That's what millennials identify as, right? Those are our 2 main events, and so. It's ugly, bro. And to this day, they even got a TV show out. What's the show?
It's not necessarily about this, but it's the same kind of storyline.
Correct. Like it had to do with that flight, and then now, like they said, they went out of space, or I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Is it unfair? Or is it, how do I say this? Is it unfair or not responsible for us to have these conspiracy theories when you see something like that, like a big business deal closes, and then, these particular people on the flight, this guy was not on the flight. It is a medical thing. You know what I'm saying? And then at the moment that, the situation is, hey, this flight is, can't no longer be in the air. So we're going to close the case, but continue to look, for the flight. And then there's no due process for that money that should have been divided up between whomever immediately gets to that person.
I think that's contracts though. I mean, we have that with life insurance. If I was to die,
there's a due process for life insurance though. There's a grace time. There's things that happen. It ain't immediate.
But who's to say this is immediate though? I mean, I don't know. Like did the doc say that as soon as they died, he got all that money in his account, or is it like no, it's his? And he,
for what I read, once they announced that there's no way that plane could still be in the air, which means that it would have crashed.
Mm-hmm.
He received the money from whatever that company, was.
Yeah,
just a lot of conspiracies.
It is.
I think we're dealing. I think that it's unrealistic not to think. That with conspiracy theories, what I've learned is that there's some truth to everything. It has to be.
I agree with that, but does the conspiracy outweigh the loss that we have? Like, to me, I don't care about that money. I care about the other 237 people that died or potentially died. Right? We don't know what happened to it.
Right.
That's what I care about. Where are those people at? I don't care about I understand the ramifications maybe of that money and deals and stuff.
Yeah.
But hey, there's millionaires and billionaires all the time, man. I care about those people who lost their lives.
It's the same thing with the guy who owned Cash App. We didn't get a real deep dive on that last episode.
Facts.
I'm trying my best not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I'm starting to hang out with some conspiracy theorists.
It's
starting to weigh on me a little bit.
This is crazy.
And some of the things that they say, Antonio, it does kind of make sense. For example, like, bro, you in San Francisco and ain't no video of a stabbing, bro. You're in tech world. Like, everybody in my neighborhood got a ring light, a ring doorbell. They got something with cameras. There's cameras everywhere. You telling me that ain't nothing? I do care about the person that died. Somebody lost a son. Somebody lost a dad, perhaps. Whatever the case may be. I do care about that. But I also want to know, how does that happen to somebody of this magnitude at that time of night?
Facts.
That is very odd. And I know that they have somebody that's arrested right now.
Yeah, he was like another tech guy or something like that. Yeah.
But it's very odd. There ain't no information now. So, like I said, hey, I'm trying not to be a conspiracy theorist, but it does kind of line up with a lot of things. And it's very interesting when you start going down these rabbit holes.
What platform is this documentary on?
So this one, I watched this one on Amazon, I believe.
Amazon. Okay.
Amazon. I'll find it again and put it in the link in the bio for the people out there. So you go check that out.
Nice. And then 2 more series. Like I said, Last of Us. I don't know if we ever talked about that.
Yeah.
That's on HBO.
That's great,
If you the season finale was a couple of weeks ago, I think. So it's 10 episodes or 9 episodes. So check that out. It's kind of like a zombie apocalypse type of thing. So if you're into those type of things, but the acting, phenomenal, storytelling, everything. It's based off a video game. So check that out. Last of Us on HBO. And then the season finale of You. Have you ever watched You, man?
Yes,
on Netflix?
Yeah.
The Stalker, man, that dude, Joe is wild, bro.
No, you want to know what's wild?
What?
Girls love this dude. They love the fact that he's stalking people. We live in an ass backwards world, bro. They're getting turned on by somebody who's killing multiple women. They're like, yeah, but he fine though. Jeffrey Dahmer, he killing and raping, and they like, yeah, but them glasses though. Am I lying?
No, this is what I'm saying. Like,
shit is weird, man.
That's what I'm saying. We judging Malaysia on how they handle a plane flying. We got crazy people here. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. They wildin', bro.
It's people that went to jail for murder, and they see a murder post. They be like, damn, man, he fine though, man.
By the time this episode come out, this fight will have happened. So we'll talk about the fight next week.
Yeah. We'll do predictions tonight.
But yeah, prime night.
Let's talk about it. Let's get the prediction in.
We got Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, bro. Both undefeated fighters. I was a little bit later to the party on Tank Davis just because, like, I'm used to following Floyd, Adrian Bronner, even Tyson Fury, like the heavyweights. So Tank was there, but he was kind of in the background for me personally, because I'm not a huge boxing fan. I love boxing, but you got to be prime time for me to follow you, right? Yeah. And I say the opposite with Ryan. That's the funny thing, because I'm not a big social media person.
Right.
But I said, who is this little Mexican dude over here with these fast hands? Let me follow him because he looked good. Yeah. I love his TikTok world and IG and all that stuff. So I followed it. Always entertaining.
Right.
And then over time, he kept winning, kept fighting, kept winning. And then now they fighting. Fighting, man. And so if I have to pick a winner, I'm gonna pick Ryan, bro. Just cause, man. I think a lot of people aren't picking Ryan that I'm seeing, but I love a good underdog. And it's not like he's an underdog where he got losses. You know what I'm saying? It's just underdog in experience. Maybe in fighting techniques and stuff like that, but I haven't dove into the boxing schematics of how he looks. But to me, I'm picking Garcia, man. What's up with you? Who you think?
I am going to say the boxing fan of me is talking right now. Not just Aaron, but the boxing fan. This is what I believe we get ready to see. We're gonna see a draw or a unanimous decision that goes to Ryan Garcia. And I'm gonna tell you what's simple to me. What's simple to me is that I don't believe that Tank. I don't think that he realizes when he's down. When he's down in the cards, I don't think that he gets it.
He don't throw more punches at all.
No, he doesn't. There's been times where I watched his fights and it was clear to me that he was losing the fight.
Right.
To the point where there was a fight recently before their fallout that Floyd actually went up on to the ring and said, "Hey, you're down. You better knock him out in these next 2 rounds or you're losing." He was like, no, I got it. He said, "No, I'm telling you, you getting ready to lose this match if you don't put him down." Like, that's just what it is. So I don't think that he knows how to read the rounds. And I think that's going to play a major part in this fight because Floyd is not going to be there to do that for him tonight.
Why not?
They had a fallout. This is not Mayweather Productions. This is
it's Golden Boy in Showtime or something.
Yeah,
or who
like
else?
This ain't Mayweather. Mayweather didn't let him in his gym. A couple weeks ago, he tried to go to the gym and work out, and Tank couldn't get in. So I mean, you got somebody who, in my opinion, cared enough to tell you that and be honest with you. And I've seen him be losing other fights. You know what I'm saying? And like you just said, it ain't like he's finna throw more punches. Mm-mm. He just happened to got lucky that somebody said something to him, and he was like, "All right, now I got to go to work." I hope that he has somebody in his corner for that. I don't see it. I see a lot of money being made in this fight. So I see the rematch. I see about 4 fights.
Ryan Garcia doesn't have a rematch clause in his contract if he loses, but Tank Davis does. So Tank loses, they're going to rematch.
And to me, in the boxing world and the way that the money works, that it makes sense to me.
That's normally the A side. The A side always got that. Yep. Got
maximize the dollar.
Okay. So that's the boxing. That's your boxing opinion. Now, what does DJ think, man?
I think Tank finna be in trouble, bro. I think he can get caught leading. I think the fists gonna start coming in. He's gonna get trapped in that corner, and them hands is gonna be. Look, it's a lot of power that Gervonta has, and that's facts. But when you say speed and power, and the fact that he's bigger, he's taller, and bigger,
and confident, they got the same confidence level, bro. He ready.
He looked like he's from the hood too. He looked like he's not, bro. He's not from the suburbs. He's not. He speaks fluent Negro. He speaks fluent Negro. So I don't want to go against Tank because he's one of my favorite fighters. But without somebody being in his corner to be like, "Hey, you better go to work," that arrogance, that confidence that he has, it only take a few mistakes, bro. And I hope that I'm wrong. I hope, because I want Tank to get that body shot, do his thing. But part of me is just thinking Ryan Garcia is gonna do it.
Hope it's a good fight.
Yeah,
and we'll definitely break it down.
And I hope that we don't just get the 3 rounds, bro. Like, don't give me the 3-round accidental knockout, bro. Don't.
A headbutt or something that now we got to reschedule it or something. Come on, man.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right. Before we get out of here, let's get to one more thing. If this works, I'll put this here, man. Y'all know how technology is. I'm gonna turn this up one time for the one time. See if I can play this.
Shout out to Pusha T. I love your soul, my dog. You're not in my top 50. You might be in Charlemagne's top 50 and things like that. But you haven't done that much for me in my life. Like I didn't never want to be like Pusha. I never had a Pusha moment in my life. I never thought like you dig like. Where I'm from, niggas want to be like you if you was really that dude and that rapper and things like that.
Wayne wanted to be like Pusha?
Shit.
He was influenced by Pusha?
Yeah? Okay, cool.
That's why Pusha did the Mr. Me Too record.
Okay, cool. You a very strong Pusha T fan. You heard? And I don't care because people be like, look at Jim talking. Nigga, you was nowhere near the top 50. You top 950. You crazy. Like, you think I don't really care.
I would say that Pusha had I went to school in Virginia where Pusha was from, and I know Pusha a long time.
All right, if five Jim Jones records play right now on this radio, could you sing along to them? No? All right, cool. 5 Jim Jones records. I'm going to get 5 Jim Jones records play right. 5 Jim Jones records. You can't tell me 5 Pusha T records, but you can tell me 5 Jim Jones records. You can't tell me 5 Pusha T records, but you can say 5. So what we talking about? You want me to get into the real semantics of this shit? Like, what we talking about?
I think Pusha top 50, man.
All right, cool. But you can't.
Nice, yo.
We can't. Put on. Let's start playing some Pusha T records.
You said he was
He's nice.
Yeah,
I'm not saying wait.
Nice.
He's not. Well, now listen. That's two different things. Being in a category and being nice is, you heard, is. I could name 10 niggas inside of Rucker that should have been in the NBA. Not to say it like that, I'm dead serious. Should have been in the NBA going crazy because they're that nice. Being nice and being in the category is two different things.
See, that's what I rank the top rappers on. I rank them on actual rap, like who can really spit. So that's why I got to put Pusha in the top 50 for rap. Just rap. We just talking bars.
So what is we gauging the top 50 on? Just rap? So anybody can slide. So anybody can slide in there.
That's what I don't be knowing with these lists.
Bro, if you talking about somebody supposed to be the top 50 greatest of all time, what are we gauging it on?
That's true. That's what I want.
You heard? Right? It gotta be. It gotta be everything. It can't just because he could rap nice. Man, we could go a bunch of battle rappers that could rap nice right now and go crazy. They nice as hell. You heard? But what else has he bring to the game?
So. Complex, I believe, put out a top 50 list a couple of months ago, and Pusha T, along with some other people that people felt was questionable, that shouldn't have been on the list in a lot of people's minds. That was friend of the show, Jim Jones.
Shout out to Jim,
who said on multiple occasions now that Pusha T is not top 50. So I wanted to play that clip and I wanted to play the whole clip that I could, compress because I wanted the context on the end of that. I didn't just want it to be like he's shitting on somebody. I wanted the context. What are we gauging these top 50 on? And that's why I come to you, because when we see these lists, I agree with Jim Jones in the fact of there are hundreds of battle rappers that's probably better than these musical geniuses, that we call them musical geniuses and whatnot. So I wanted to get your take on that, man. Do you think that Pusha's top 50, or does it really? Does these top 50s even matter? You know what I'm saying? Can we just go by are you nice or not?
Unfortunately, in our culture, it does matter.
Okay,
we're born competitors. That's why, like, we always see ourselves as the best.
Right.
At whatever we do. We just talked about boxing, right? Like we see ourselves as the best. Like what are 2 billionaire people, what they arguing about? But yet Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis got a problem somehow.
That's a fact.
Right? It's like, so it's always ego and wanting to be the best. So it does matter in this culture, unfortunately. I don't never hear this argument with country singers. I don't hear this argument with Beyonce and all of them, who's really the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cares. But in hip hop, it definitely is relevant. Is he top 50? I would say he is, but I understand Jim Jones' plight, because I just had this argument with somebody when we were talking about our top 5.
Right.
And they said because I don't have Lil Wayne, and they said Lil Wayne and Andre 3000.
You bugging,
yes,
bro.
It sounds good.
You bugging.
Andre 3000 and Lil Wayne. They said, I don't have them in my top 5. I'm tripping. I said, well, hold on. I said, all right, well, let's break this down. What are you basing it off of? Are we basing it off of numbers? Because obviously numbers, my people got it. You basing it off of records, albums, all my people got it. So like, I said, your argument might be stronger for Lil Wayne, but don't ever bring Andre 3000 ever to this conversation. And Andre is a cooker.
Well, you talking about rap though.
Correct. But I'm talking about my top 5. I encompass everything, not just you just rapping on a track being a feature. That don't make you my top 5. You have no solo albums. Like I can't. And that's just an Andre conversation. That's what I'm talking about. So I understand what Jim Jones is saying. I can't be mad at it. And once again, that's his opinion.
It is.
Who cares? Just how he got an opinion, Charlamagne feel the exact opposite.
That's a fact.
Who cares? That's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I love the dialogue, though. I love how you have two individuals that have no, I'm going to say benefit, right, for this conversation, but they agreed to disagree, right? They had a healthy conversation. It didn't turn into blows. They didn't get disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got beef now. So I like that. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to highlight that you see two well-established black men disagreeing friendly. And I think that's underlooked. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Never agree on what you just said. Wayne's top 5.
And that's cool.
It's not even a question. It's not even. No.
So who's your top 5, DJ?
I'm not going to do that.
What you mean?
I'm not doing that.
How not?
A pass.
I got my 5 right now, ready to go.
Pass. I'm not doing it. Maybe next week. I'm not doing it right now. I'm not doing it. But he's top 5 for sure.
He's not. He's not. Sure. But I love you though, but he's not.
He definitely is. But I just two black men agreeing to disagree on the podcast. That's what we do. The last thing I'm gonna say, and then I promise y'all we are out of here. But I have to do this. This is so important because this was the biggest thing on the internet, in my opinion. Antonio, have you ever been on a flight with a crying baby, bro?
Have I? Yeah, but nothing where it's like that baby is tripping. I have not. I've had other flight situations where they wilding out, but nah.
Don't we have headphones that's like noise cancellation nowadays?
Mm-hmm.
You can go to sleep. You can put the blanket on, put the headphones on, put a movie on. It's a lot of different options on that flight. You know what I mean? That you can do. But this guy.
A child crying on the flight, non-fucking stop. Okay. That's what's happening. Can you lower that voice? No, let's not. No. Let's be rational. Hold on. You want to be rational? No. Don't tell me what the fuck I need to do. Let's be rational. We are in a fucking tin can with a baby in a goddamn echo chamber, and you want to talk to me about being fucking okay?
Okay, because you're yelling.
So is the baby.
Okay, so you're a man.
Did that motherfucker pay extra to yell?
Okay.
No. Fuck you and shut up.
What?
All right. I'll give you two things I want you to react on.
What?
Number one, act on Antonio the parent, and what would Antonio have said?
Is it my parent or I'm arguing with the guy? Is it my son and I'm arguing with the guy?
Your son.
And he's tripping.
And he's doing that. He's saying, is that motherfucker pay extra to yell?
So Antonio the parent will handle that 2 ways. First off, I'm going to put my son in a headlock and say, hey, you got one more. You going to sleep forcefully or willingly? Which one you want? Because you wilding out. But that's me to address it.
Yeah.
The bull over here, I'm going to say, hey, switch seats with me. Not the person talking to me. Whoever's sitting next to him, I'm switching seats with them. Can you watch my son for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes? And I got to talk to do it real quick. Now that energy is, we can have it all in this little tin can box right there. We're going to have that conversation. That's just me, man.
Listen, babies cannot talk I don't know if this man knows that babies cannot talk, but babies have to communicate in ways to get you to help them. We don't know if this baby had the ears was popping or whatever the case may be.
Right.
The parent could be trying to do everything, chew his gum, rubbing his ears, doing everything. But babies can't just stop. You could do whatever you want. If baby is wilding, it's difficult. I understand his pain. I understand that he's yelling. Where it would have got bad for me is when he said, did that motherfucker pay extra to yell? So I'm like you. I like that energy you had. Hey, can you sit here with this, my son, real quick? I'm gonna sit right here. But I'm gonna ask that approximately 30 minutes before we land, because I want to be in that seat when we get ready to deboard this flight. I want my son to walk in front of me, and I want him to stand up. You know how people try to stand up and wait before they get off? No, bro. We getting off this bitch together. We go and collect our bags together. And whichever exit you go out of, when we federally get off of this,
I'm about to say, you got to get out the airport. You got to get out the airport.
Get out of this. I'm going where you going. It's gonna be a Uber beatdown, boy. If you gonna be waiting on your Uber, I'm paying for it. I'm gonna load both our cases in there. Because when he said this motherfucker, no, you're not calling my kid a motherfucker, bro.
But DJ, it all makes sense, though. It all makes sense.
What makes sense?
Why dude left his baby at home? It makes sense.
Now,
as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
So now does his percentage go up? Because you said cook him. I said 25. This episode is leaning a little bit closer to me, man. What you think?
I'm going to have to roll with the dude. Hey, F them kids, bro. F them kids.
A2podcast.com.
Yeah.
F
Let's
them
get it.
kids, bro.
Let's get it.
And with that being said, that will come to the conclusion, I believe, Antonio, unless you got anything else to say today, man.
No, I'm excited. Like I said, we're going to follow up on a couple things for next week, man. Next week, episode 170. I love it, man. We running through these things, man.
Absolutely, man. Once again, A2podcast.com, Wolfsman Beard Care Products, promo code A2P. And make sure y'all hit us up on all social media at A2 Podcast. I am DJ A-Ron, Cornbread 1016, and Cornbread Movie Review.
Cornbread Movie Review. Make sure you follow the movement, man. Got a new intro. Shout out to my guy, Nick G, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Hey,
thanks,
what
bro.
You always tell the people, bro?
Leave your babies at home, bro. That's going to be the new shit, bro. Leave them at home. They'll be all right.
The story is to leave them kids at home.
They'll be all right for 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
That's what happened if we didn't have these kids right here.
Hey, facts. But definitely, if you get in the Uber, have some shoes on, bro. Get your shoes. Keep your shoes by your feet, man. I don't understand it, bro. People wild,
man. So until next time, y'all, this is the A2 Podcast. Peace.